Hello, my name is Marian. I'm from the blog Miss Mustard Seed.
And I'm Kriste. I'm from the blog Rosemary and Thyme.
And this is Design Ramblings. And we're comfy on a couch now. A lot of you didn't like the table, so...
We ex-nayed.
Yes, ex-nayed. Anyway, Design Ramblings, if you're here with us for the first time, we talk about anything and all things design related. And today it's Kriste's choice. We're talking about a topic that she was asking about yesterday. And why don't you tell people what it was?
Yeah, so I was just asking Marian questions about picking fabrics when it comes to your home. Because we've been working in her house the past couple weeks. And she's been doing throw pillows and just kind of new fabrics. And when she would like bring out her fabrics and be like, all right, I want to do a pillow, and this will be the piping, and this will be the the pattern for the pillow. And I was like, I don't know.
She doubted me.
I don't know.
She doubted me. Now, she didn't voice it at the time. She was just like, okay. And then, but later on, she was like, okay,
I get it.
I have to tell you, I was not sure about this, but I see now how it all works together.
Yeah.
So, and I think with matching fabrics, well, there's a general rule of thumb. Like if you look at any decorating books from years back, it's going to say you pick one large scale sort of busy pattern like a floral, a damask, a paisley, something like that. A toile, something that's sort of a busy all over pattern, and then you put in a geometric, like a check or a stripe, that's sort of maybe a mid to large scale.
Because I would put that in the same category. If I think busy, I would think checked. But
they read differently. Like if you put like a toile, do you know what a toile is? Okay, so toiles like the little lifestyle scenes, very French. Sometimes they're Oriental looking as well, or very English looking. So there's those, and then all over floral. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Paisley has those sort of teardrop shapes,
which I love. I love paisley.
Damask tends to have sort of a large medallion, and then it's repeated over and over again. You see damask a lot on wallpapers or used for like curtain fabrics. So it's sort of I would almost say a floral, but not quite. Just sort of a swirly pattern that's then repeated in rows. But yes, you put one of those with a stripe or a check, and then you mix in either some solids or some small scale patterns. So maybe like really small checks with a large scale stripe with a paisley.
Okay.
That would be...
would the large scale print then be kind of your base? So you would do kind of fuller, bigger pillows in that, and then accent it from there?
Not necessarily. Like you can mix those up in any way you want. You could have like a striped wallpaper and then a floral couch and then solid pillows to kind of quiet, because that's going to look...
See, and that sounds like it's scary. That sounds terrifying.
I mean, if you think of like a tone on tone, like a cream on white stripe wall.
That's true.
And then you do a pretty, a blue and white floral. Of course it's blue and white.
Well, yeah.
And then, some solid blue pillows or some buffalo check pillows or something. But I've actually seen rooms done where it's like toile wallpaper, the same toile on the curtains, the same toile on the bedding, and you would think that would be like toile just vomited all over the room. But there's something about when you use the same print over and over again that the eye just sort of travels around. It doesn't, it's not jarred ever. It's seeing the same pattern over and over again. So it actually works. It looks really like beautiful and peaceful and serene.
Sure.
So I think, but I think if you're just starting out with mixing patterns, it's totally trial and error.
Yeah.
Because it does depend a lot on your design eye. But that is why they put these like beds in a bag and then the coordinating pillows, because it's kind of hard, I think, to coordinate everything and make it look good. So what I'll do is if I do a lot of fabric shopping online, and of course online it's like,
well, and that was another thing too, because I think that if you can just go into like TJ Maxx or Marshall's and find a pillow that's done and they picked everything, you'd be like, this, I can look at it, I know it will fit in the room. Like, I think that's one thing. But if you're picking fabrics and you're like trying to mix it all on your own to make your own pillows and cushions, I think that's hard.
I think it is, but you have a lot more possibilities. Like when I go to like a TJ Maxx or Home Goods or whatever and look at their pillow selection, I'm like, well, that blue is not the right kind of blue, or I like I like this pillow style, but it's in the wrong shape. You know, I need something long and narrow, not square. So I think you just have so many more possibilities. And especially, you know, I really want my home to be a really unique reflection of me, as opposed to something that I just went out and bought and collected.
Sure.
So, no, there's no shame in that. If you buy your bed in a bag, like, totally
Right
fine.
on.
Yeah, go for it. That's totally fine. But if you want to start mixing in different things, I think you stick with that rule of thumb. They don't have to all be the same color, but you want them to all work together. And if you just lay them out and you think they look good together, maybe ask like 2 or 3 other people. They might be like, this one is like not working. But it's trial and error. So what I'll do when I order online is I'll order like 1 yard or half a yard.
Okay.
Just to test it.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, just to see it in the room. I'll like actually like clip it up on the curtain rods to see if I like how it hangs, if I like the way it looks as curtains. I'll spread it over a chair that I'm thinking about upholstering in it. I'll wrap a pillow in it. I actually have that in my house right now, a pillow wrapped in a fabric because I'm kind of living with it to see if I like it. And a great way to sort of try out new fabrics too is remnant bins. When I first got married,
that's such a good idea.
Yeah,
she's full of good ideas.
I would go to the local fabric store and I would just like dig. I mean, I bought remnants like every day. I still have some of those remnants that I'm like, they're like 14 years old.
Just hanging out in the back.
Yeah, that I'm still like, I'm just saving it for just the right project. But remnants you can get, sometimes they have like a $5 a yard remnant bin, and you can get beautiful fabrics that would be like $30, $40, $50 a yard, and you're getting them for $5 a yard. And if you're just making little pillows and stuff, it's a great way to experiment with them. Also using like old textiles and stuff, tablecloths, shower curtains, like any kind of fabric. Like don't be limited to just going to the fabric store. Like you can buy other big stretches of fabric to make pillows. And
so there's like a whole world of fabrics out there.
It is, yeah, it's a whole world. And I think like if you're gonna start with pillows, because it doesn't take that long to make a really simple pillow with some piping edge. And if you don't like it, and I've done this before, like I make a pillow and I'm like, you know, I've had it there for a while, I'm not loving it, so I'll just cut off the cover and make another one and until I like it.
It's very forgiving, it seems like.
Yeah, it's not expensive, you know, and you can reuse the pillow form. Like I'm always reusing my pillow forms, cutting one off, putting another one on. It's a great way too to like if you have a variety of pillows, to change them out for the season, so you can have
which I love doing. Yeah,
like warmer, comfy, like knit pillows, or you know, things that feel really soft you want to snuggle with, and then having kind of fresher, crisper pillows for like summer.
Nice. What about colors? This might be like a whole other video,
right?
But just generally, when you're trying to work in your room, like what goes well with what, and how do you kind of decide what palette you're going to go with?
Yeah, I think color is so hard to like say like here are the colors that go well together. Here's the rule of thumb,
right?
Because there's always like the rule breakers come along,
right?
And then they just break the rules, and it looks fantastic. So. Like I had seen a designer in an article said like you never mix more than two different blues together, because they start clashing and it starts looking crazy. And I have all kinds of blues going on in my house, and I think it's just, I don't know if they're all in the same like family of blue or what the case is, but they all work together. So I think, you know, and you'll fine tune your design eye. You're going to have misses along the way too. Misses, like I've had big time misses where I do something and I'm like, yikes! Like I went through this whole like, I was having a really hard time finding rugs, and I found these blue and white rugs I just loved, and they're wool and comfy and really beautiful rugs, and I got them with like my Joss and Main credits. I got them for like really, really cheap. And I put them in the room, and they were just so loud, and so they just took over everything. And then I was trying to match fabrics with these crazy rugs, and I was really struggling with it. I posted about it. Some readers were like, I think you just kind of have too much going on.
Like a lot in a rug.
I think the rugs are sort of, you know, they're just sort of messing you up. And they were really, I was really having a rough time. So I sold those rugs, and I mean, I just sold them off my Facebook page and Craigslist. So it wasn't like a big deal. Anybody could do that. And I got rugs that were just like jute and, just quiet. Yes. And then I felt like, okay, now I can kind of go in the direction more that I wanted to go. So if you have a miss, like, it's okay. I don't feel like, oh, I just stink at this. It's just, it's a process.
That's how I feel. Like, I'm done.
But you mix things really well, like with your clothing. So I think, do you go like, I don't know what colors to put together, what patterns to put together when I'm dressing? Like, so you need to take that same.
But I'm like confident in what I wear. Like, it's what I like, so it's what I'm going to wear. But I think with my house, for some reason, I just like, I don't know. And
it's a bigger, I'm like that with how I wear. So, like, you need to dress me, and I'll come decorate your house.
Done. Good team.
Okay.
Done.
That's right. Because I feel that way with clothing, that I have sort of a hard time with accessories and, how does it look good or is it too much? Because I'll try to go a little quirky, but then I feel like it's looking, I don't know.
It's just, life is a struggle all around.
It is. It's a struggle. So, anyway, I think, start with small yardage. Start with inexpensive fabrics. Don't go out and buy the $125 Ralph Lauren fabric, when you're just starting out.
I have a heart attack.
Yes, that's a lot. I mean, once you get really good at it and you want to, you want a little splurge, like, I like really nice fabrics. Yeah. Of course, all the fabrics I like, I'm like, gosh, $80 a yard.
Great.
How is that $200 a yard? So I don't go quite that high, but maybe, so maybe $60 to $80 a yard is a splurge for me. And I would just buy like 1 yard and use it like just on the front of a pillow, use a different fabric for piping, like just use it very sparingly. But you really don't need that much fabric when you're doing little pops of color. So does that help?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I hope that helped if you're thinking about coordinating fabrics. And if you'd like some more design ideas, you can visit our blogs. We also have lots of other design ramblings. I think this is our 23rd episode.
Woohoo!
Yep. And we've passed 1 million views on the Miss Mustard Seed YouTube channel, so thank you. Yeah. Thanks for all your views and likes and comments and all of that. We hope to bring you a lot more design ramblings, and we're going to be doing some room makeovers.
Yes, we're very excited. It's going to be a great summer.
And other things. So we're cooking up a lot. So you'll definitely want to subscribe and follow us as we talk about and do all things design related.
That's right.
And we'll see you next time.
Okay. Do we have a topic?
Okay. Ready?
Are my glasses weird? Are they
like dirty?
Fingerprinty? Yeah.
No. Did you get hemp oil on them?
I did. That's still recording, so that's good.
I don't think that's the limit.
Oh, okay.
I think that's I don't know what it is. It's still a mystery.
It's fine.